Thank you all for being the leaders in your organization to drive social impact, to drive employee engagement, to drive culture in all of your companies. As a CEO of a company, that's super important to me. It's something we focus on internally as well in a big way. And it really allows a company to be successful when you focus on that. So thank you for that. I've been in the tech industry for a couple of decades, or more than a couple of decades. And I've been leading Blackbaud for about 12 years now. And you know, the tech industry changes quite quickly. We've had big shifts over the years. If you go back, big shift with the internet, and then software companies moving to be cloud service providers. That was a big change. And then mobile, the whole mobile experience. This is all like old news now. Why am I talking about this? The change with AI, with artificial intelligence, is like nothing anyone has seen before. Nothing. So some of those shifts I mentioned took 5, 6 years, a decade, maybe a couple of decades. The AI change is now, it's this month, it's happening in weeks and months and quarters. So companies are going to look very different before January 1st this year. No pace of change like this has been seen before. I think it's exciting. I'm kind of an engineer by trade from a long time ago. And I'm excited to lead the company through this change and to be able to build solutions for all of you, which we're going to hear about later today. And Blackbaud is all in on AI. I'll give you a couple of examples. I actually took a class starting in June last year. It's been a while since I've been to school. It was a 6-week Stanford AI class. Did it at home. Had to do homework every Saturday for 6 weeks. Unbelievable. And every employee at Blackbaud is required to get trained and certified in AI. Everybody, not just the engineers. Everybody in HR and finance, marketing, the whole company. We are all in. And the interesting thing about being a software company is we're both a consumer and a creator of AI. So we are buying solutions across our company in areas like finance and sales and marketing and legal, a lot in engineering, mostly tools in engineering, but we're also a creator. We're building AI solutions. We're building products. And we're using AI model tools like Anthropic Claude to build our AI products. So we sort of see this from both sides because we're buying solutions and we're creating solutions for all of you and all of our customers. So it's been an interesting last 18 months doing that. So we're having a lot of fun with that, and it's moving really quickly. The other thing that gives us a unique 360-degree view is the fact that we serve both corporations and tens and tens of thousands of nonprofits and foundations all over the world. We're very unique in that regard. There isn't another company that does both of those things, right? Most of the other firms out there do one or the other. So in nonprofits, we have nonprofits, we have foundations in universities, foundations in healthcare systems, we have performing arts centers and museums, we have K-12 schools. So we get this 360-degree view by working with all of you and all of our other customers around the world, which is unique. And it really helps us understand the needs between all of the different parties that we serve as customers. We are also significantly focused on launching new products. I'm going to go over one really quickly. So just a couple of weeks ago, we launched a product. We announced it last year, launched a product for our nonprofit customers, and it's a development agent. And I'll use one customer example to explain what it is. But it's basically a fully AI, fully agentic, autonomous fundraiser. Raises money. So I'll give you an example. We're working with a university. They have 190,000 alumni. They have a handful of fundraisers in the foundation focused on the top 10,000 alumni. And they use our software. They do their research. They create their campaigns. They build relationships. They do what they do using our platform to raise money. So there's 180,000 untouched alumni. And typically what happens in a university setting, They wait 20, 30 years before you might get a phone call. And they can't scale, right? They can't hire enough people. They can't afford to scale to approach 180,000 alumni. And they also would never reach out to a recent grad, someone that graduated last May. But with our new product, they can scale. So this product is out there. And it's a pretty significant new step for the industry to get scale in a way they could never get scale before and do things that they would never do. So for an example, they could reach out to every recent grad, right? So the 12,000 that graduated last May, right, who just lived on campus for 4 years, the agent can reach out to those folks, let's say it was me, and say, Mike, I'm an agent for XYZ University. Congratulations on graduating last May with a degree in finance, and you lived in this part of the campus, and you played in the band, and congratulations, you got hired as a financial analyst at Blackbaud, right? And build a relationship and say, are you willing to donate $3 a month? So you get the alumni when they still have the lived experience on the campus instead of waiting 25 years. And your life has changed, and yeah, I remember being in school 25 years ago, but I don't have that connectivity anymore. And so there's a lot of creative things that our customers can do to raise more funds in a scaled way. We just announced that product a couple of weeks ago. It's never been seen. It's never been done. We have a handful of customers using it and growing every week. So we're really focused on that. We're also really focused on the infrastructure of software and AI as well. Things around cybersecurity, governance, and delivering AI at scale in a multi-agent environment also, which is really important. Also, I think we're a public company. And so as a public company, all of you have access to our financials. You can see that we're a financially healthy company, which is great. Last year, we had a big milestone. We crossed what's called a Rule of 40. And so for a software company, a Rule of 40 means you take the combination of your profit margin and your growth, and you add them together, EBITDA and growth. And if it equals 40 or higher, that signals a very healthy company. We crossed that last year for the first time. It's pretty rare for a software company to be a Rule of 40 company, so we're there. So it gives us a lot of investment capital to keep driving innovation for all of you and for the company. And so our productivity through the use of AI and our innovation is like a hockey stick this year. It's been going up every year. It's like a hockey stick this year, and our ability to scale innovation using these new tools. So lastly, thank you again for coming. Have a great afternoon. Thanks.